What is up, guys? So glad to see all your smiling faces again on this beautiful day. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I know things are starting to get a little rough again for some people, so hopefully we can make it through the rest of this pandemic and everything is fine. But in the meantime, we did a little trail run the other day and had some problems on a shakedown that I thought I had fixed. And I believe it's in the lower control arm of the Xterra. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but the driver's side lower control arm is a little bit more parallel to the ground than the passenger side. I know the last time this did this, it sank almost 2 inches on this side and was like completely flat. And what had happened was, I think the torsion bar had spun inside of the lower control arm portion, because when I took it out and reclocked the torsion bar, the splines on the torsion bar on either side looked to be fine. So I think it's on the lower control arm housing. So I went ahead and ordered 2 of those. They're here, so now I'm gonna go pick them up, which is a good time to do it anyways because both of our bowl joints are completely toasted. So I guess let's take the Z and go pick those up. But first, we haven't drove the Z in a little bit. Let's do a cold start. Okay, so we're back. They ended up ordering the wrong arms. I said lower control arms and they ordered uppers. So not really their fault. I don't know, just a giant miscommunication. It's whatever. So we get ahead and got our money back, and I guess we'll go look at Rock Auto or something like that. Do you guys have any good recommendations for lower control arms for this truck? Drop it down in the comments below and I will check them out because we desperately need them because the truck keeps dropping on the driver's side.
1 week later.
Alright, so we are now a week later from the clip that you guys just watched. We got everything figured out. Napa just ordered the wrong arms, so I went back on and just ended up going through Rock Auto for the correct arms. Oh. And that is what we got here. So we just went through and ordered 2 stock replacement lower control arms, hoping that's going to solve our issue for our sagging suspension on the driver's side. But if it doesn't, I'm not going to be too heartbroken because our ball joints were shot on either side. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the side that's not messed up, our passenger side, and get it torn apart and swapped out with the new arm just so I can see what's going on. And then we'll dive into the driver's side and hopefully figure out what failed, and hoping this is gonna fix it. So let's get the wheel up and off and start tackling this. So here's everything that you're gonna need for this job that I used to swap out the lower control arms and to take out your torsion bars. So everything that I used right here. So our breaker bar, pliers for the Carter pin, 22 for the rear of the control arms matched with a socket, 19 matched with a socket, 17 and a socket, 14 and a socket, pry bar to pull things loose, a mallet, rubber mallet to help it get it in, and a 3-pound sledge or a pound sledge or whatever it is for when you really need help. And then it was a 27 for the bottom ball joint bolt, and then also the impact. So So that's the bare minimum you need to do this job. So okay, so we got the other side all done and put in. We made a couple of interesting discoveries that I don't think the control arm was our problem. We'll find out for sure when we take this set apart. It's a process. So we're gonna start by taking out your torsion bar. We have to relieve the pressure from the back of the torsion bar and then undo the 3 nuts from the control arm to pull the torsion bar out, and then we can go through and pop the bottom ball joint, undo the bottom strut tower mount, and then take out the 2 bolts connecting them, the control arm to the cross member. So first up, let's go ahead and relieve the pressure on the key holding the torsion bar. So right here is where we want to relieve the pressure for the torsion bar. It's a 19 on the bottom, and then you have 2 19 bolts on the top up here. One's a locking nut and the other one is just the adjustment. So take one completely off, and then you can hold the other one with just a box end with the 19 to take this out, and we're going to take this key all the way out. Alright, now that we got the back of the torsion bar loose, we're going to go ahead and take off the bolts holding the front key on, or whatever you want to call this piece. So it'll be a 19 and 2 14s. And then we can pull that off, and then our torsion bar will be free of our control arm. Hi, buddy. You're not helping. Excuse me. Alright, so that was a 27. That bolt needed a little persuasion, or that nut needed a little persuasion coming off there, but we got it. So now, since we're not really worried about what happens to these control arms, go ahead and get your trusty 3-pound hammer, and we'll start whacking the bottom of this thing to see if we can get the ball joint to pop. Alright, so now that we got our ball joint loose from the knuckle, we'll go ahead and do the bottom of our strut. And then from there, it's just 2 19s for either side of the control arm. And that should be it. So the trick for this one is putting this back on. That way it keeps it from spinning. Alright, so we got our old control arm out. The pin or key or whatever this is called was fine. This is what I thought had failed, but all the teeth still seem to be intact. But what looks like did fail was the inside of this. There's a whole section inside of this that is missing, but I don't know if that would have been enough to cause it to sag. But it could have been if only a small bit of that was what was grabbing. It's hard telling. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I wasn't really seeing what I was hoping I was gonna see. So I guess the best thing we can do is put this back on. So this is now, the old one's now garbage. You get all new hardware with this one. So make sure the bolts are in like that. Make sure the cap protector for the ball joint is off. And then we're just gonna reinstall this the opposite of how we took it off. So everything's in, everything seems to be fine. We're just going through now and doing some measurements to get the left and the right corner aligned. I think we're off by like 1/4 of a fraction, or we're off by just 1/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna go back under and raise the driver's side up just a touch and try and get them symmetrical from side to side. And then we'll go for a test drive tomorrow and hopefully this holds. Because if it sags again, I'm selling this truck. Alright, sorry guys, my camera died, but we just took her for a rip around the block. Everything seems to be fine. No weird noises. It didn't seem to drop at all. So hopefully those new lower control arms fixed our problem. But we may have lifted it just a touch bit too much in the front. But it doesn't seem like there's much room for articulation. But we'll just drive it around for a little bit and see what it does and address any problems as they show up. So thanks for watching. This is the new channel. So if you guys would please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll get this thing up and running in no time. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.